What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. Hey, for this episode, I actually got to talk to Nick Henderson, who's a U.S. Army veteran. He's a commercial airline pilot, and he's running for Congress in the state of Idaho. So this is an interesting show. It's an awesome, awesome show, though. He's a great dude. Check out the show. It's a fun one. Well, hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to jump on my show real quick. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to be here, man.
So you and I, we met at a Mission 43 meetup here in Coeur d'Alene. You know, they are partners with Higher Heroes USA, or they work with Higher Heroes, and I'm the partner of Higher Heroes USA. And I saw you there. You were wearing a Grunt Style shirt. I was like, that dude's cool, man. I got to go talk to that guy. How are you involved with Mission 43?
Mission 43 for me is just when I got back into Idaho, I'd come back I was working as a contractor over in Kuwait, and I started looking for ways to kind of reconnect with the veteran community here. And of course, you know how search algorithms, as soon as you start searching for things, they start feeding things your way. And Mission 43 was funneled my way through one of those adaptive algorithms, I guess.
Gotcha.
And so I wound up following them that way online for a while. And then that meet and greet that they had in Coeur d'Alene was the first time that I actually had a chance to get together with the guys from Mission 43.
Yeah, absolutely. I met with them literally like the week that they launched down in Boise when I used to live there. The guy who used to started it here in Idaho is named Tony Torres, and he started Mission 43 literally the week before I moved up here to Coeur d'Alene. So then that was my first time meeting up with them in person as well, with everyone else. So yeah, very cool. Well, I know that we just have a short time left before the primary. You got my vote, by the way.
Fantastic.
How are you feeling, man? Are you stressed? Are you feeling good?
I tell you what, I've been stressed for about 7 months since I announced the campaign.
Yeah.
I feel really good. I feel really encouraged now compared to where I was 7 months ago. 7 months ago, when I first thought okay, this is something I want to do, and I talked to my friends and my family, my really close peers, and they were all kind of behind me. So I was okay, let's do this. I called a couple of the people in the Republican Party here in Idaho and said, hey, I want to run for first congressional district, and the response was very shocking to me in that they were like, listen, you haven't paid your dues to the party. You haven't served on council or in the legislature. This is our seat. You have no right to run for this seat, you know, and they were really kind of dismissive.
Wow.
Which kind of told me that I was in the right vein. I was on the right path because I am an outsider, and I am running as an outsider, as a veteran, as a business owner, as a pilot, but of all things, not a career politician. And so when the party elite guys were saying, nope, this isn't for you, I knew that I was doing the right thing. And now fast forward 7 months to now, and I've been campaigning all up and down 1st Congressional District, which is from here in the Panhandle all the way down past Boise, just essentially all of western Idaho.
Yeah.
And 7 months of campaigning on the trail, I'm fairly well known in the state now, and I think people are realizing that I'm just not some young upstart who's trying to make a little bit of noise, but I actually know what I'm talking about, and I've got some good, strong conservative values and background that could work in Congress. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Good, man. Good. And I've read your website. You definitely bring the values. You bring everything that I'm looking for in a person that I want to vote for. But for those who maybe not know who you are, what's the quick pitch of items that are important to you on this?
Well, there's so many items that we can work on in Congress that need attention. For me, some of the very important ones is immigration reform and border security. I want to make sure that as a veteran, and I've said this at a couple of meetings, I'm very familiar with what it is like to be overseas in conflict, fighting the enemies of America. And I know for a fact that these people are intelligent and they are insidious and they want to hurt Americans and they want to hurt America. And having a porous border is just having an open door and putting Americans at risk. And then conversely, on the flip side of that, the immigration thing, we have to look at what we're doing financially. The U.S. has this unsustainable debt growth rate, and we need to get a handle on that. And one of the things we need to do is stem this flow of illegal immigrants into the United States and really create a conducive legal immigration path So that's one of the things I really want to focus on. And that's more for me, it's a national defense thing. I worry about America, and I worry about the people in America, and I look at that border and I just see an open door for people that would do us harm.
Yeah.
So that's one big thing for me. Of course, being a veteran services, working with the VA, and making sure that programs like the Veterans Choice Program are not only protected but expanded to cover veterans is important to me. Of course, I'm very much a Second Amendment guy. I'm an active, I'm a regular shooter at the ranges. I was just out at the Coeur d'Alene Skeet and Trap Club the other day. I'm a member there, kind of warming up on my shotgun skills.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that we're protecting the Second Amendment and all the amendments. But I really think that the Second Amendment's been under attack for a long time. Yeah. So I've been talking about what I would like to do is repeal the Gun-Free School Zone Act, and I would like to repeal the Gun Control Act of 1960. These little infringements, these little pieces of the Second Amendment that have been chipped away at, it's time to roll back those concessions, and I think that'll do a lot to make America a safer place and really kind of solve this problem with gun violence in the United States. Because a lot of this, you can track the numbers as these gun control bills have passed. Violence has increased, and we need to we need to reverse directions on that.
Right, man, that's awesome. And I saw you posting during it, but how was CPAC? You were out there hanging out for a few days. Seemed like pretty crazy.
CPAC, it's a lot of fun. It's a great, if you're a conservative and you haven't been to CPAC, it's a good place to go to kind of connect with the conservative movement. It's high energy for 3 days. It's all of the big names in conservative politics are there doing keynote speeches. So I had a chance to meet with Dr. Sebastian Gorka. I met with Sean Hannity while I was there. Nice. Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro. So I had an opportunity to meet these guys and kind of talk to them a little bit. And Candace Owens, I got a moment to sit down with Candace Owens, and she's really making just some phenomenal waves right now.
Yeah,
love her. And so having a chance to have met her and spoken with her at CPAC was great. And you leave. The first time I went to CPAC, I went just as an attendee. This year I was there as a guy who was running for Congress. And the tools that are there for campaigns, for people that are either managing campaigns or candidates, you walk away with a tool bag of useful tips and tricks to really maximize your campaign reach. And I think that's something that we've done. If you look at the FEC filings, you look at my some of my competition, especially like Russ Fulcher, he's raised $600,000+, and he has a full staff of people working across all of Idaho for him on his campaign. Wow. And I've raised and spent approximately 1% of that. I'm about $6,000 in this campaign, and I've got an all-volunteer staff of 3 people, 4 if you count me. Yeah. And after 7 months of campaigning against Russ Fulcher, you go anywhere in Idaho or in 1st Congressional District, and they go, man, it's Russ Fulcher or Nick Henderson or Dave Leroy. So the fact that we've been able to do so much on so little, I think, is really significant. That's the kind of person I am. I want to get the best bang for my buck.
Sure. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Hey, well, do you care if we do some rapid fire questions on you?
Not at all. Let's do it.
All right, man. So favorite type of music or favorite band?
Oh, man. Favorite type of music right now, I've really gotten into kind of metal and rock right now. And so in terms of favorite bands, Volbeat has been one that has really come up a lot on my playlist. Shaman's Harvest and a little bit of Five Finger.
Nice, very nice. And you had mentioned this, you're a big advocate for the Second Amendment. What's your favorite gun to shoot?
Wow, my everyday carry is a Glock 19, and okay. I just love that thing for its reliability and for how accurate it is. I just finished putting together a new AR that's actually got a suppressor on it, and it is like hammer and nails. It is tack on. So nice. I think my favorite gun to shoot, though, if I had the option of any of the guns that I've shot, when I was in the Army, I had an M14, and that was probably my favorite rifle. I was a designated marksman with my platoon, and that was probably my favorite.
Wow.
That or the 240 Bravo. That thing rocks.
That's awesome. And you're also a commercial pilot. You've flown all over the world. Do you have a favorite place that you like to visit or go and land in there?
Well, for flying, my favorite place to fly is here in the Pacific Northwest, up here at home. So whatever I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get myself back to Idaho so I can fly up here. I did some time flying in the South Pacific where I was kind of flying around Fiji and the Solomon Islands, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
But I think the most challenging work I did was when I was flying medevac in Kuwait. And in terms of missions and roles as a pilot, flying medevac was probably the most fulfilling way to do my career, do my job and fly.
Yeah.
But also I felt like I was really doing more than just flying a helicopter. I was saving lives, and that was really powerful.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And when you're not on the road campaigning, what does Nick Henderson like to do for fun?
Well, I'm getting ready. I'm going to take a little bit of time off from the campaign this weekend and go camping.
Nice.
That is something I absolutely love to do. Fishing. So really, I am an outdoorsy guy. In the wintertime up here, I'm on the slopes. I'm out at Silver Mountain. I'm out at Schweitzer carving it up on skis. And then in the summertime, floating the river. I'll be floating Bumblebee this summer down the Coeur d'Alene River for sure.
Nice. Very nice, man. And last question I have, do you have a favorite movie?
Wow. Favorite movie? That is a tough one because I'm a big movie buff, but being on the campaign trail, I haven't seen very many movies in the last 7 months.
Yeah.
I think if there's one I could watch over and over again, it would be We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson.
And then I also want to give you an opportunity just to like give shout outs to anybody, businesses, campaign people, folks that you've been working with. Make sure that we get those guys a shout out as well.
Well, you know what? The biggest shout out I could give is probably to my team, the people that have been volunteering. Everyone's been doing this just because they really believe in what my message is and that I could do some real good work for Idaho. So that would be Jason Truppen and Brianna. She's actually she's a young 20-something here in Coeur d'Alene. She's been kind of connecting us to the college kids and the millennial group. Nice. And she's done a lot of footwork. And then Jason's been doing a lot of our marketing and advertising and digital presence work. And for what we've done dollar-wise, every dollar we've spent in digital marketing has been like spending $100. He's been able to make every dollar go 100 miles. It's been fantastic. Great support locally here in the community from a couple of businesses, but I mean, off the top of my head, I should be able to rattle them off. Freedom Burrito in Post Falls, they've been very supportive. Mad Bomber Brewing Company up in Hayden, they've been very supportive. So there's a lot of good people that have kind of latched onto this grassroots movement and have really thrown their support behind me. So it's been great.
Awesome, man. Well, Nick, I thank you for your service. Thank you for taking time out of your day to jump on the show. Again, you got my vote, and man, I hope everyone goes out and gets you that vote next week, and hopefully we'll see you in Congress, man.
Yeah, I'd like for everyone who's listening, check out nickhenderson.vote is the website, and on Facebook I'm Henderson for Congress. You could go Facebook.com/vote Nick H. I encourage anybody to reach out to me if you've got questions or anything like that. I make it a personal mission to answer everybody who writes into the campaign or calls into the campaign. It's time consuming, but that personal connection I think people have really appreciated. So, and we're seeing a lot of people sending in their votes saying, "Hey, I voted for you." So, nice. Any one of your listeners who's tuned in, go to nickhenderson.vote and remember to vote on May 15th. It's coming up. That's next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Awesome, Nick. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, Eric.
Of course. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. I really appreciate it. Be sure to share this video, give our pages and likes and follows. We appreciate all the support that we get from all of our fans. Thank you so much. Enter our monthly giveaway so you can get something for free. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents only.